Hey, good morning to everybody. Happy Saturday. It's Daryl here. It is bright and freaking early, man. It's 3 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. Okay, if you watch my channel, you know I am not a sports guy. I have no interest whatsoever in sports, in football, baseball, whatever. So don't look to this video to get any kind of deep analytical thoughts on winning streaks or whatever. You're not going to get it here. But I want to talk about sports today, or I want to talk about states, and it has something to do with Republicans and Democrats too a little bit. I want to talk about the Dan Hurley, the UConn Huskies coach, getting an offer from the LAKERS to go coach there. When I first heard this, I seriously, because I'm not a big sports guy, I'm like, no, man, that can't be the actual LA Lakers, because it said Lakers. Coach Hurley gets an offer from the Lakers, and I'm like, it's got to be like a what do they call it, like an amateur sports team, or a second string sports team from like Indiana or Florida, like some other Lakers. That's the first thing that went through my head when I heard this. And then I find out it's actually the LA Lakers, LeBron James freaking Lakers. So like I said, it's a bittersweet kind of thing for us here in Connecticut. Let me talk about this. Here in Connecticut, it's a small state. I'm trying to think of other states. We don't have any professional sports teams here. We got the Boston Red Sox, the Boston Bruins up to the north of us. We got the Giants down in New York, and all the New York baseball teams, the Jets, Yankees, etc., the Red Sox. So this state is torn apart. There's the southwestern quadrant that goes for the New York teams, and the northeastern quadrant that goes for the Boston teams, and we're very divided here. I'm trying to think, we don't have any sports teams here, so we freaking love our UConn Huskies. The UConn girls, the UConn guys have won. I can't even count the championships. I just remember what was it, a couple of years ago, they were on the cover of Sports Illustrated for both the men's and the women's, winning the championship, the NCAA championship that year. So the Huskies are our freaking pride and joy. Even people like me, people like my parents who are almost 80, love the UConn Huskies, especially the older people. I don't know why. Like all parents just love the UConn Huskies. That is our team here. We have no sports team. We used to have our beloved Hartford Whalers, professional and NHL hockey team. They were here from, I think it was 1979, I think. 1977 to 1997, until Republican Governor Rowland refused to build a new civic center, which ended up getting built anyway, and they ended up moving. They ended up leaving Connecticut. We are still hurt. We're still crying over this. 25, 30 years later, we're still crying over this. Freaking Republican governors. You didn't belong in the state anyway. This is a hard blue state, man. And there's still pictures. There's still people walking around with the shirts, the Hartford Whaler shirts, the Hartford Whaler hats. I mean, we're still stinging from this. We miss them. We want them back. They moved to they're the Carolina Hurricanes now, I think. That was the Hartford Whalers. So that we love our sports teams here. Now there's going to be a link down below. We love our UConn Huskies, I mean to say. There's going to be a link down below where it's from TMZ, and I found an article about how Dan Hurley might not be a good fit because he's a hardcore East Coast guy. And here on the East Coast, we're just a little different from the West Coast. If you watch my videos, you see how I do. I think we're just faster here. We're more wound up, I think. If you watch my videos, the way I talk, my hands and everything. And Dan Hurley he's from New Jersey, I think. I think he coached Seton Hall before. Like I said, I don't have any exact statistics. I'm not a big sports guy, but I think he coached down in New Jersey. So he's a hard East Coast guy. And there's some speculation as to whether he's a good fit for the LA Lakers. But I think down in the article down below, I think they're talking about offering him like $17 million a year for hosting coaching the LA Lakers. And you can read the article down below for yourselves. So it's a huge opportunity for him. Now the thing that we love even more than Dan Hurley is the old coach, Jim Calhoun was the old coach, and he was like a god here in Connecticut. He's got a restaurant in Hartford that's just like a mecca for people from Connecticut, for UConn Husky fans. His restaurant. And then there's Gino Auriemma, the coach for the UConn girls. And just the fact that I am not a sports guy, and I could name the coaches, I could name past coaches for our basketball team, just tells you how big they are here in Connecticut. So it's kind of sucks, losing him. He just won. I think he's won two national championships so far, Dan Hurley. And it's going to suck losing it. It's going to suck big time losing him, But it's kind of like a we're proud of the fact, that he's good enough to make it up to the professionals, to make it to the freaking LA Lakers. Like I said, when I first heard this, not being a sports guy, I thought it was like some other I was like, that can't be the LA Lakers, the actual LA Lakers he got an offer from. And it is. So that's the kind of history. I don't know if there's any other, I know there's other states in the country that don't have professional sports teams, like North Dakota, South Dakota, Vermont, Hawaii, Alaska. Help me name some others. If you're from a state that doesn't have any professional sports teams, and you love your freaking college teams, your local college team, is your state, what everybody cheers for, let me know in the comments, because that's how it is here. We don't have any professional sports teams since we lost the Whalers because of freaking a Republican governor. All right, that's the video of today. I'll be back later with another video. I'm going to have another video in a little while. You guys have a good Saturday.